Results are undeniable. When you produce results, people can see the proof for themselves, and that speaks far louder than any words you could say. A person who works hard stays consistent and delivers results doesn't need to justify their efforts. The results will be their announcement to the world. Think about this when you see someone who's built a thriving business, achieved great fitness, or mastered a craft. You don't need them to explain how hard they worked. Their success tells the story for them. And here's the truth: people trust what they see far more than what they hear. If you want others to believe in you, don't waste time trying to convince them. Show them. Show them by what you achieve, what you build, and what you become. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something today. Nobody needs to know your story. Not yet, not now. Life has a funny way of teaching us that words can often cheapen the journey. You see, there's a time for storytelling, and then there's a time for action. And action, my friends, is where the magic happens. Actions are far more powerful than words, and when you let your results speak for you, you create a story no one can deny. In a world where everyone is quick to share their plans, ideas, and ambitions, the real winners are those who focus on the work instead of the talk. It's tempting to announce what you're going to do, to share your dreams and goals with others. It feels good to get validation and encouragement, but what does that really accomplish? Nothing changes until you take action. Telling people your story or your plans doesn't make them real. It's the results that count. And the only way to get results is to roll up your sleeves and do the work. When you focus on tangible progress instead of constant explanations, you free yourself from the pressure to prove something to others. Talking too much about your journey can create the illusion of progress, but words alone never built anything. The moment you start broadcasting your plans, you open the door to distractions. People will share their opinions, offer their doubts, and sometimes even discourage you. While some mean well, their input can create noise in your mind, slowing you down when you need to be moving forward. The only way to stay clear, sharp, and focused is to keep quiet and keep working. You don't owe anyone explanations. What you owe yourself is a commitment to your vision, your effort, and your future. Results are undeniable. When you produce results, people can see the proof for themselves, and that speaks far louder than any words you could say. A person who works hard, stays consistent, and delivers results doesn't need to justify their efforts. The results will be their announcement to the world. Think about this when you see someone who's built a thriving business, achieved great fitness, or mastered a craft. You don't need them to explain how hard they worked. Their success tells the story for them. And here's the truth: people trust what they see far more than what they hear. If you want others to believe in you, don't waste time trying to convince them. Show them. Show them by what you achieve, what you build, and what you become. Letting your results speak for you also builds credibility. When you talk less and accomplish more, people take you seriously. They see you as someone reliable, focused, and driven. You develop a reputation as someone who doesn't just talk the talk, but walks the walk. This reputation will open doors, attract opportunities, and earn respect in a way that words never could. There's no greater satisfaction than having someone recognize your success and ask, "How did you do it?" That's when you know your results have spoken for you. By focusing on action and achievement instead of explanation, you also build quiet confidence. You no longer need validation from others because you know the effort you've put in and you know the results will follow. That confidence becomes a driving force, pushing you to keep growing and improving. The journey to success is yours alone, and the less you depend on external approval, the more you'll accomplish. In the end, results are the ultimate proof. They don't need explanations, they don't need defense, and they don't need validation. When you let your results speak for you, they tell a story that words never could. Focus on the work, trust the process, and let your achievements be the loudest voice in the room. When people see the fruits of your labor, you won't need to say a thing. Your success will say it all. Constantly sharing your story and seeking validation drains energy that could be invested in creating real progress. Every moment you spend explaining yourself or seeking approval from others is energy taken away from the work that truly matters. Your energy is one of your most valuable resources, and where you direct it determines the results you achieve. If you want to move forward, grow, and accomplish your goals, you must protect your energy and focus it on actions that create momentum. Silence isn't about secrecy, it's about concentration. It's about shutting out distractions and preserving the mental clarity you need to make consistent progress. When you tell others your plans, there's a risk of feeling satisfied simply by talking. Sharing your goals can create the illusion of accomplishment. You talk about the book you're going to write, the business you're going to start, or the weight you're going to lose, and people cheer you on. It feels good, doesn't it? But that feeling is dangerous because it mimics the satisfaction of progress without any of the real effort. Words can trick your mind into thinking you're already achieving something when you're just standing still. Progress requires action, not applause. Instead of seeking praise for what you plan to do, stay quiet, conserve your energy, and let the results earn the recognition. Energy is finite, and every day you have only so much of it to give. Spending it on explanations, conversations, and justifications leaves you depleted before you've even done the work. Imagine waking up every morning with a full tank of gas. You can either drive toward your goals, mile by mile, or you can burn fuel spinning your wheels by explaining your plans to everyone around you. Which choice gets you closer to the finish line? The answer is obvious: action moves you forward, and words alone keep you stuck. Protecting your energy means recognizing that the work is more important than anyone's understanding of what you're doing. It's about choosing progress over approval and discipline over distraction. Focusing on the work in silence also builds momentum. The more you pour your energy into consistent effort, the more progress you'll make. When you stop seeking validation from others, something incredible happens: you begin to validate yourself. You stop looking outward for approval and start looking inward for purpose, drive, and clarity. That's where real confidence comes from. Confidence isn't built by convincing others of your abilities, it's built by proving to yourself, day after day, that you're capable of achieving your goals. Every step forward reinforces that belief, and that belief fuels your next step. There's strength in silence. When you preserve your energy for the work, you create space for growth. You eliminate distractions, doubts, and unnecessary noise, and you focus on what matters most: progress. The world doesn't need to know what you're doing while you're doing it. Let them wonder. Let them question. Let them wait. Because when the results speak, the world will see what you've been building. Until then, protect your energy. Focus on the work. And remember, silence is not weakness, it's discipline. It's the discipline to prioritize action over talk and results over noise. Earning respect through humility and action is a principle that stands the test of time. People are drawn to those who don't demand attention, but instead let their work and character speak for them. When you choose not to broadcast your story or plans, you display a quiet confidence that sets you apart from the noise of the world. Humility is a rare quality, and it carries immense power. It shows others that you are grounded, focused, and committed to your journey, not the attention it may bring. This combination of humility and action earns respect in a way that words or self-promotion never could. When you constantly talk about yourself, what you're doing, where you're headed, or how hard you're working, it can come across as seeking approval or trying to impress others. This approach rarely earns lasting respect because it shifts the focus from substance to showmanship. People begin to tune out words that aren't backed by results. On the other hand, when you remain humble and allow your actions to be the proof, people take notice. They recognize that you're not trying to prove anything to anyone, you're simply doing the work. And that earns far more respect than talking ever will. There's something admirable about someone who shows up every day, works hard, and stays quiet about their efforts. They don't boast about what they're doing, but their progress becomes visible over time. People start to see the changes, the growth, and the accomplishments, and that's when admiration begins to build. Respect earned through consistent action carries more weight than respect demanded through words. Why? Because it's genuine, it's real. You didn't force it, you earned it. And earned respect lasts, the kind of respect that opens doors, attracts opportunities, and inspires others to follow your example. Humility also communicates strength. It tells the world that you don't need validation to keep moving forward. You're not working to impress anyone, you're working for your own growth, your goals, and your vision. That kind of determination is magnetic. People are inspired by those who put their heads down, do the work, and achieve results without seeking applause. It's a rare kind of leadership, but it's the most powerful kind because it's rooted in authenticity. You're not trying to convince others of your value, you're proving it through action. Moreover, humility protects your energy and focus. When you don't feel the need to explain yourself or constantly share your story, you stay centered on what really matters: the work. You're not distracted by external opinions or validation. You're free to move forward at your own pace, driven by purpose rather than praise. And as you progress, the results begin to speak for themselves. People notice without you having to say a word. They respect the discipline, the effort, and the dedication it takes to achieve something meaningful. When you lead with humility and let your actions define you, you create a reputation that stands the test of time. You show others that success isn't about words or appearances, it's about what you build, what you achieve, and how you carry yourself along the way. True respect isn't something you can demand, it's something you earn. And the only way to earn it is through consistent action and quiet confidence. Stay humble, stay focused, and let the world see the results. When you live this way, respect will follow naturally because actions always speak louder than words.